We are a few days away from Christmas here on our farm, and the last month the weather has been looking like this. It was definitely going to be a white Christmas this year, but then this happened. The temperature rose about 20 degrees and our farm completely flooded.
Take a look at that.
To give you the whole story, we will need to go back a few days to a not so cold and wet, snowy December day on our Norwegian homestead. Christmas is right around the corner and we have loads of things to do. First on our list is to feed the animals. So this is actually the weather we normally have on Christmas. We live really close to the coast and so it's really mild here. So we usually don't really get the low temperatures. Let's go into the dark. There's no lights in there. Now there are still some snow or slush or whatever it's called in English on the ground right now, but they have forecasted about 10 degrees plus Celsius during this weekend, and that means that all of this will be gone. So it will not be a white Christmas this year. Hello. Don't have any power either. We need to go and check up on that. Eat up. This is a bit typical winter weather at our place. Mild, icy and wet. So it does look a bit messy here right now. That's because we have been doing some renovation. We had some carpenters visiting this week and they have been changing out a roof window, ceiling window, or whatever it's called. Skylight, maybe. We will have a look at that later, but right now the animals don't have power, and this kind of bulletproof electrical system that we have been going on here is failing us. So our bulletproof electrical system is actually full of water. That's not good. So it's no wonder we don't have any power. I think we will start by replacing this. So since we don't really have any power in most of the animal buildings, we are using a lot of extension cords, and this is full of water. Now let's try and see if we can connect this without the fuses breaking. Here goes nothing. So that did not work. We blew the fuses again. Nora! Okay, so we don't have the Christmas lights, but at least I think the animals have power now. And on to the chickens. So this is always a problem when we have had this kind of weather. It's been dry for a long time, lots of snow. Now everything is melting and everything is full of water. So everybody is inside. No more food. They do have some water, but it's not exactly clean, so I think we will give them a new one. Here we go. Now, let's see if they have actually laid some eggs. Right now, we aren't really getting that much eggs from them. So these are kind of expensive pets at the moment. So let's take a look. This is easier with two hands. First one, nothing. Second one, well, this could be an egg, but it's a fake one. Fake egg. Second, well, this used to be an egg. I've been eating it. So that's a bit disappointing. Now, I think we will have a look at some chickens that actually do lay a bit more eggs than the one we currently have, because we aren't really getting anything from them. Now, on to the next task. So something is missing from this greenhouse. No, I just can't really put my finger on it because the roof plate isn't here anymore. Now, what they don't tell you when you buy a greenhouse like this, I'll just wait until the Norwegian weather is finished. Are you done yet? Okay, let's see if you can hear me now. Now, what they don't tell you when you buy a greenhouse like this is that you have to pay for it twice. Once when you buy it, and the second time when you buy a lifetime supply of these. These clips hold the panels on, and we have already bought several packs of this, because every time a roof panel keeps flying off, we need to buy new ones. So let's see if we can fix this. See if we can get this back on. Now this would be a whole lot easier if I could actually feel my fingers. So the first one is on, but of course there is another one missing. And the other one, of course, is also missing the metal thing. My fingers are so frozen, but this is a bit difficult to do with gloves. Also, I think we maybe we are going to think about getting some new pillows for our outside furniture the next summer. These are starting to look a bit moldy. Now that was no fun. My fingers are so cold and frozen. So my wife have ordered some paint for our upstairs hallway, but for some reason the postman, or in our case the post lady, didn't want to drive on our ice-glazed roads for some strange reason. So I need to go and pick it up. Man, these are heavy. It took some time before I found them, because she had placed them inside my neighbor's garage, and I didn't really want to snoop around in there. So, but anyways, paint. Yeah, I've heard you. Now these guys actually have had their breakfast today, although it doesn't sound like that. They sound like they are starving. But I'm going to give them a bit more food now, because I need to go in and do some measuring on the door. Now, you guys, or girls, these are actually girls. Now, I need to bribe them a bit with some extra food today. Yeah, I've heard you. Now I need to bribe them a bit with a second breakfast, because I need to go in and do some measuring, because we have a little early Christmas present for them. Sounds like they are completely starving, but they are not. They're actually getting quite fat. I think we may be giving them a bit too much food. And of course, a little more food won't really help from that. But I need to go in there, and I don't really want to do that when they are like this. Trying to put it on the rock here. It's a bit cleaner for them. So hungry. While these are occupied with their second breakfast, we are going to measure their doorway. And since I didn't find my good measuring tape, I will need to use this one that I forgot in the boathouse. But it says best tools, and that means that it's the best tool, I'm guessing. And this is the present for our pigs. It's a door. Now it may not look like a door, but this is the type of door that they have on warehouses where the trucks can run in and out. And since it's been really cold lately, we were thinking that this would be a good thing to have on the pig house. It will keep them a bit more warm. And hopefully this material is tough enough so they won't destroy it. But we will see. Now I'm going to fasten these with screws later. But for now, just to keep them on here, I'm just going to use some staples. We'll finish up the door here, and then I want to go in and take a look at the paint that we have ordered. We are finally going to finish renovating the upstairs hallway, and it needs to be finished before Christmas, so we are in a hurry. So it used to look like this, but now it looks like this. We have had some professionals changing out our roof windows or skylight or whatever it's called in English, and it looks 1,000 times better now. And that also meant that we could finally finish the roof. This has actually been sitting for about 7 years, 6 years, something like that. I was supposed to do this a long time ago, but I have a really strong fear of height, so we never did. But now it's done. And that means that we can finish out this room. Now, during the 70s, colors that looked like something that came out of your body was really cool. But now, it's not. So the next thing we're going to do here is to paint the walls. Now, I haven't actually seen the colors that my wife chose. So let's take a look. So this is kind of like a whitish, light bluish color. I think this will look nice in there. Now this last one is going on one of the walls, like a contrast for the other ones. Let's take a look. This is supposed to be a bluish color. Oh my god. This looks like a bucket of diarrhea. And this isn't blue. Well, let's tell our viewers. Why did you buy this?
Small error.
I was told this was supposed to be a bluish color, and let's just say that it's not. We can't use this. It's even uglier than the walls we already have. Oh god, no. So I think we will skip the contrast color and all the walls will be whitish. This is probably a good idea. This is safe. Lovely. Time to eat some flies. It will be dark soon, so we need to take a break and install the door on the pig's house. Once again, a little bit more food. Now we just need to feed them again, so I can get back in there. Yes, even more food today. I think that should buy us enough time. I never leave any food until everything is consumed. Now, let's do this. Now, let's take a look and see if this works. I think it will be easy for them to get in and out of this. Let's take a look from the inside. I think this will be nice. We need to be ready to get out of here. I think I will clear the fence now. They're checking out the door to see what this is. A bit skeptical. Now this is why it needs to be strong. I knew they would try to eat it. And also, if you're wondering, this is the exact same thing that happens to me if I go in there. Are you food? Can I eat you? Stop eating the door. One of them went inside. Let's see how long this will last. So let's just see how long this door will actually last. I'm hoping that I will give up when they understand that it can't be eaten, it's just plastic, but who knows? Pigs eat everything. Stop! And also, pigs are a bit like dogs. They take up a stick and just shake it. At least they understand how it works now. I just hope that this is strong enough. We will see. Let's just check their water. They're a bit low, but we can refill that tomorrow. I think it will be good for today. And all the ice is gone now that the temperature has risen again. The sun is set, but there's much left of the day. We are a few days away from the darkest day in the year, and so the sun sets about 3 PM. Time for some paint. I even got a helper. Painting this room with 2 coats took the rest of the day, but it was something that I had on my list for several years, so it was really nice to finally have this done. So we are finally done, and this looks a lot better than it used to. Now originally this was supposed to be a contrast wall, and we were supposed to have the same kind of blue color that we have on the walls in our hallway. But as you saw, somebody mixed up the color codes a bit, and we ended up with a bucket of diarrhea instead, and we are not going to smear that up over our walls here. So for now everything is in the same color, but it does look a bit boring. So we will see how it looks with the new floor, but we may end up trying again to get the correct color and paint this wall. But we will see. Now we also need to do something about the floor, and I'm guessing I'm going to get a lot of comments saying you could just sand it down, you could lacquer it, you could fix it. But the cracks between the floorboards here are about a centimeter wide, and we have small children. And let's just say that it's not very child friendly. The last time one of my kids were sick out here and puked on this floor, I was cleaning this for a month, 2 months, before the smell finally disappeared, because you need to go down between every crack and get everything back up again. And let's just say I'm never ever going to do that again. Now the other problem with this floor is that it's not exactly level. Now since this house is about 100 years old, none of the floors are level here anyway, but this room is the worst, and that's because of the chimney. Now what they used to do is that they used to use the chimneys as kind of support structures, and all the wood would go up against the chimney. And so when the wood would sag and live and move, the chimneys would not. And that means that the rooms that are supported by the chimneys are often the ones with the most crooked floor. Of course I could level the floor here with some sort of concrete floor leveling mix, use tons and tons of it. If I would guess, I would say that it's about 10 centimeters difference in height from the highest point to the lowest. And I'm not going to do that. But it also means that I can't lay down any kind of floor. It needs to be soft. But before we can put down any floor in here, we need to get this freezer out of this room. So that will be interesting. It's clean, but I have no idea if this will fit in the doorway into our, well, let's call it a bedroom, hoarder nest. But we will see. Of course, this will be easier if somebody were lifting from the inside. And I'm guessing that somebody will be me. Finally! Woohoo! And now we have a freezer in our bedroom. I would call that an upgrade, although I'm not really sure. Everybody has a freezer in the bedroom, right? Now we can have a frozen midnight snack. So we need to open this and see how it is, because I want to lay this the most practical way, but my wife wants to lay it the most beautiful way. And of course I haven't really seen this floor, so I'm hoping we don't have another paint mix-up. But let's see. It's a carpet. Is that what you ordered? Is it? Well, that scared me a bit. It's a carpet in here. It's definitely not supposed to be a carpet, but it could be some sort of padding. Oh, we will see. Okay. It looks like they've used some piece of carpet as a padding. New plan, we will unravel it this way, as my wife wants to get the pattern lined up with the original. And of course, happy wife, happy life. And there is also the really small case of that being a far better idea than the one I had. But whether or not we're going to weight that in accordance to the other. So that was a nightmare, but we are almost done. We just need a little adjustment to straighten out the last wrinkles, but it's starting to get finished and I'm quite happy about this. But anyways, it's been raining a lot today. They've actually issued something they call orange flood warning, whatever that means. So we need to take a trip out and see what's going on. So I'm looking out the window now in our second floor and seems like our farm is on the water. I think we need to go out. Seems like we have some flooding going on there. So all of the snow is gone. It's actually kind of warm outside and it's really, really wet. It's been raining constantly all day and it looks like the river can't take anymore and our farm has just completely flooded. It was also a really bad storm yesterday, so I want to see how our greenhouse is doing. Well, it looks like everything is still there, so that's good. Just need to close up the door. Looks like the tarp on our two-wheel tractor wagon is just completely shredded. I wished I had a bigger garage where I would have room for more equipment like this. This looks like the sheep's feed drum. It's actually still dry in there. We need to get the lid back on. Shouldn't really get wet, this feed, or it will start to rot. Let's take a look at the other greenhouse. Looks like one of the doors has blown in. And of course, it's also completely flooded. That's the door. Just completely sagging. Nice. I think we need to check on the pigs because I'm a bit concerned about their house, that it's maybe placed too low. Wow, take a look at that. Water is just pouring out of the ground. And we need to go over the field now because both of my boots have holes in them and I can't walk over the giant lake that used to be our driveway. I'll take a look at that. And I can see a red box over there, you can probably not see it. That's the power cord to the pigs. I think that may be flooded. Well, it actually looks like it's still on high ground. For those that remember, we built a floor on this and we put them on some beams. Hello pigs. They still look dry. I think they are dry for now. And then they will probably be good because it won't flood any more than this. And that's the reason for the flooding. The river is completely full. Can't take any more water away from our farm. Just look at that. But it looks like everybody is okay, so I will go back in. Now I can't walk over to the farm because these boots have holes in them. But maybe I can drive the tractor. So that was a bad idea. I forgot that I have parked my car so near the water edge that I couldn't really drive all the way over. And so that kind of defeats the whole purpose of just parking the tractor in the middle of a lake. So this is going to be unpleasant, I think. But hopefully this won't go over my boots. And also I got to collect some boots that we had in the garage and got to swap out these with holes with some that are whole. And we are over. Now I think that's it. We are going back inside. There's no weather to be outside in today. The room was finally done, if we look away from the fittings that is, but it looks 1,000 times better. Finally, friends and family will see something else than an unfinished room when they are visiting during the holidays. Now we only need to clear up all the garbage outside after the construction. Although we were happy about the finished room and all the things that we have accomplished, the farm looks like a wet and soggy mess after all the water, rather than the picture-perfect Christmas card that we just had. We were so close to a white Christmas. But just when we had lost all hope of snow, this happened. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see how we experienced the record-breaking cold November here on our farm, take a look at this video next. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you all on the next video. Bye for now.